So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. It is first thing in the morning and it looks like it's going to be another beautiful day. I got back from West Virginia last night about 10:30, quarter to 11. Had a real long day yesterday, knocking down trees, burning brush, and I brought a load of these red pine logs home. So these red pine, they're not real big, but I'll get a decent amount of lumber out of these. What's nice about the softwoods is you can plane saw right through the center of them. I think I've got 10 red pine, and then these big ones down here on the bottom, these are white pine. There's 3 of those. That's from the last trip down there. I want to show you something kind of interesting. If you remember the other day, I said I met with a forester down there on the property, and he said those red pines probably should have been thinned about 20 years ago, and I think he's exactly right, and here's why. Take a look at this one right here. This one's probably, I don't know, 15 inches in diameter. Look how wide these growth rings are here. Now, I think most trees slow down as they get older, but look over the last, 25, 30 years, how tight those growth rings get. Probably because there's so many of them and they're so close together. So I started this video at home this morning, and I think I was here 24 hours ago, actually. We're back down in West Virginia. Melissa came down with me. All we're doing here tonight is going to check some trail cameras, but we have some business to take care of tomorrow in the area. And we're also going to stop and look at those little cabins again. I don't know if you saw that video a week or two ago, whenever that was, but we're looking for options. And they seem pretty nice, don't you think?
They do. Yeah, we're going to check them out.
We're going to do that tomorrow. We got a few other people to see and stuff. But I got to show you something. If you saw the last video, I had a rip-roaring fire right about where I'm standing here. Still got just a little bit of fire going under here. Still kind of cooking that stump a little bit. But it's kind of good that I didn't burn everything up, because I still have some bigger stuff to get going. So next time I'm down here with a machine, I'll pull all this apart, put this smaller stuff in first, get it going again. But you remember this big pile that I had over here, Melissa?
Yeah.
That's almost all gone.
It smells good.
But I'm going to show Melissa what we did here with the circle drive. And then I'm going to go the whole way to the end of the property. I've got 2 trail cameras way out there.
Okay.
We're going to go back there and get those cards. I have 2 with me, so I'm just going to replace them.
Don't drop them.
I won't. I don't know if you can see with this little camera or not, but it's a real neat time of day because it's getting dark, but you can see the sun come through them pines out there.
And you know what? You did a nice job on this. And actually, Jan mentioned in the comments of that video how you used a machine and didn't make a huge mess.
Yeah, as low
didn't destroy
impact as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
So this, yeah, we'll take this little trail. Oh no, that's the wrong trail, I think.
Okay.
This one up here. Already getting lost. We haven't really seen everything yet, but so far this is one of my favorite spots right in here. This little opening here. All right, so we spent the night in Deep Creek, Maryland. Made a few stops this morning. Show them what you just got, Melissa.
Just got crystallized ginger from the Candyland.
Crystallized ginger. I've never heard of it before.
Yes, you have. You just never had it.
I never had it before. But anyway, the next stop, we're going to go look at those little cabins again. Melissa and I have been thinking a lot about them lately. We're going to go up the road, take another look at them. We are... seriously considering one of those. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. I'm eating some ginger, but
you're eating some ginger.
I like them. Yeah, I'm on board with checking them out again, and let's see if they're right for us.
And we were talking this morning that white pine tongue and groove that we're putting in the new building would be great to finish the interior of one of these things, but a lot of things to do, and winter's fast approaching right now, so I don't know if it'll happen yet this year. What is it? It's September already.
It's hard to believe it's the 1st of September. So as we're driving this route down to West Virginia, we enjoy seeing all the green leaves, but slowly they're turning, quickly I should say.
Everything's going to look a lot different in about 2 months.
And, yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see. Let's go take a look at these cabins. All right, so we're back here at Tri-State Gazebo. This is in Deep Creek, Maryland. This is the one we were looking at the other day. But we found out you can get them in all different sizes. And we're going to take another look at these and then talk to the owner some and see what we can figure out. So I'm giving you kind of a top-down look here. Right here in this little balcony. Dormer. Now, something I was confused about last time we were here, you can see all around here there's hinges because this thing's real tall, and they can fold this all down and deliver it and set it up. I would like to see them, you know, that whole process. I'd like to check that out. I'm going to ask the owner if we can do that sometime before we commit to one of these. But yeah, you could put a couple bunks up here. All you need in this is insulation, wood burner. It's a nice little one here too. I really like the looks of that one, but this would be an option as well right here. Like I said, they have all different sizes. We're just gonna have to see. So we just left Tri-State Gazebo. They have another location, not the one right down by the lake where we showed you earlier, but we went to their office and met the owner and some of the people that work there. And they do really make nice stuff. They do. And something we're seriously considering. We'll make a decision here in the next couple weeks. But what do you think, Melissa?
It was beautiful stuff. Check out this. The chairs. They had the glider rockers. They had the old-fashioned rockers.
High top tables.
The high top tables. The picnics. They had picnic table style. But then they had tables with the regular chairs.
And they had colors to match our building at home perfectly. So I think I know where we will be getting some of our patio furniture for that. But yeah, really nice people, make a lot of products, and a
lot of variety. I really like that you can pick this color, or you can do two tones. That was another cool. Oh, and they had the swings. Definitely want to get a few of those. The glider rocker.
Hunter would love a good swing.
For a hunter.
Yeah. One thing that we're talking about, Melissa and I, is when you go to build something or try to find someone to build something, it's hard to do, where something like one of those cabins, you're pretty much up and running pretty quick. What I would like to see, though, is how they deliver them and stand them all up. At some point, maybe we'll be able to show you something like that, but I would like to see that. But
it's magic.
It's magic. But anyway, we're going to get back on the road, and the next stop is Cooper's Rock in West Virginia. And then later on in this video, we may even get a look at a giant pumpkin. My nephew Christian, his pumpkin is way ahead of last year's. From what I hear, I haven't laid my eyes on it yet, but we're going to go see Christian this evening when we get back and get a pumpkin update. All right, we just got back to the house. On the way back from Deep Creek, Maryland, we stopped at, what was that called? Cooper's Rock.
Yeah.
Highly recommend Cooper's Rock. It's like a state forest and a state park just outside of Morgantown.
Very nice.
But we had a good day and a half trip there. And what else we got going on? Beautiful weather. Labor Day weekend. And I just got home and hooked up to the dump trailer. Show you what I got going on here. Levi loaded this up while we're gone. I have to deliver a quart of firewood right now. So we just pulled in the driveway. The truck's not even cooled down. Hooked up to the dump trailer. And we're gonna go make a delivery. All right, we are almost to the firewood delivery. Once we get this dumped off, we're gonna head back to the house, hop in the side-by-side, and we will run down and get with nephew Christian on his giant pumpkin. I hear it's pretty good size. Just got back to the house. We're gonna head down to nephew Christian's. Boy, the grass needs cut. There has been a lot of people that haven't been getting much rain, but that has not been the case around here. All right, here is nephew Christian. I'm sure many of you remember him. You've been in a couple videos, huh?
Absolutely.
You've actually been recognized in public.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
So, oh yeah, I was at Lowe's in Cranberry, and somebody stopped me. I don't know why. I thought he was going to say something nasty. The way he looked like curious about me, and I turned it, and he said, "I think I know you." I said, "Oh yeah." He said, "You're the pumpkin guy from Outdoors with the Morgans." I was probably blushing.
So before we show him this pumpkin, you got to tell him you almost lost these this year, didn't you?
Yeah. So towards the beginning of the year, we had a tornado come through the area, and they were maybe like 6 feet long each. And the wind, they aren't real tethered yet to the ground at that point. So the wind ripped the main vines wide open. Like I thought I was about to pull them that night.
Yeah.
But I went out and with twist ties and twist tied them all shut, like in the pouring rain, and then buried them for about a week.
Yeah.
And came back and they were healed up.
That's awesome.
But then that stunted the growth majorly. Like they didn't grow at all for probably 3 or 4 weeks.
So you lost almost a month worth of growing.
Yeah, for sure.
But your pumpkin this year is way bigger than the one last year. So this means next year you shouldn't have a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at this thing. So here it is. What do you estimate the weight at right now?
560, according to that formula that
man, this thing really bounced back, and that was almost a month of not growing, really.
Yeah, so I almost pulled them both.
Yeah. And the reason, we went over this last time, but the reason it's almost white is because you keep it covered.
Right, yeah, that's the tarp laying on the ground there. I just took it all off before you came.
So what did you do different this year?
The drip irrigation was huge. So that, I think there was a person in the comments last year like encouraging me to do the drip irrigation. Thank you, because that is the biggest thing I changed about. I mean, I grew a bunch of other stuff too this year, and it just changes everything. You literally just flip a switch, and everything's watered under the plant.
Right.
You can walk away for an hour. It helps everything. That and tilling the area really changed a lot.
Well, that is something else.
The vines can set their roots a lot easier with loose dirt. Definitely a lot longer than last year.
So the weather, it's looking like you got, what, another couple weeks of growing maybe?
Yeah, they have powdery mildew, and the cucumber beetles are worse than I've ever seen. Like, it's like infestation.
Really?
Yeah, so if anybody has tips on that too, cucumber beetles, they are so bad. And they spread bacterial wilt, which I think is killing them off. Like where the pumpkin started, where this one started, there's nothing there. That mound back there, there's nothing even there anymore because everything's dying up until here.
Right.
So the powdery mildew and the beetles, I think that'll wipe it out within a few weeks, but I'm pumping it as full as possible, feeding it a lot, and I'm gonna try to shoot it up with milk. As people said that in the comments. Yeah,
I've seen people talk about that, and we met that guy from Wallenstein, who's from Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
And he said they use milk. I don't know anything about that. What do they do? Inject it into the vine?
I think he said shoot it right into the main vine, which I got to get a syringe because I don't keep syringes on me.
That's probably good.
Yeah, definitely good. Yeah, it's a lot longer this year. I think it'll make a good boat.
Yeah. Last year you did float in the pond in your other one. You almost be able to fit 2 people in this one.
Oh yeah. And my backup we'll get to after this one probably. I'm thinking my dog might be able to fit in that. Join me on the voyage.
All right, let's show them the smaller one. So this one, you didn't have much hope for it, right?
No, I almost pulled it. It was just a backup. And the main vine ended. It just wasn't growing any pumpkins. So this is on a side vine too, which is no good. So yeah, and it was way late. So this was just a backup, and it's about, I think it is, I think 340 pounds.
And you measure them, and then you get an estimate that way.
Yeah, you measure them, the circumference, stem to stem, and across. And then you add all the inches up, and then you compare it to a chart. The total inches equals a weight.
Yeah.
So you get a...
kind of like scoring a big deer, scoring a buck.
Exactly. Pumpkins.
Huh.
Yeah. So this was just a backup, but...
because the backup is about as big, just maybe a little smaller than where you ended up last year?
Yeah, it's about 80 pounds less than last year.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, still 300.
So the big one, you're definitely going to get over 600 this year for sure.
Yeah, I think so. It's about 560 now. I could definitely make 40 pounds.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Yeah. You should try like 10 of them next year.
I was thinking about going smaller. I'm going to do 1, I think. This is too much.
Yeah.
And we were growing beans. We grew like 200 bean plants, a couple hundred carrot plants. It was too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I really got carried away. I think maybe just 1 and let the 1 pumpkin take over the entire patch.
Yeah. Well, good job, man.
Thank you.
We'll have to remember to do a final update.
Of the boat.
Yeah.
And thank you to whoever, I forget your name, but sent me seeds from Nova Scotia. I'm going to definitely use them next year for at least one of the pumpkins I plant. Yeah.
Good deal.
And if anybody has any tips about the cucumber beetles, that'd be nice. And yeah, those were the biggest changes for sure, the tilling and the drip irrigation.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, good deal, man. Well, I appreciate the update.
Thank you.